Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a great person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, being a provider used to be the gold standard. Like, you bring home a fat check and job is done, right? Wrong. You see, I was that guy. And I'll be straight up with you. I almost lost everything chasing that fucking lie that I kept in my life, right? So like, if you're tired of winning at work but losing at life, my friend, then this episode is your sign to wake the fuck up. You see, back in the day, I thought that I was killing it. Money was good, my calendar was full, things at work were thriving, but my soul, that shit was starving. Like, my wife barely saw me. She didn't recognize even the man who I was becoming. I didn't even recognize the man who I was becoming because I had lost in touch with who I really wanted to be. Like, I hadn't even touched my motorcycle in months. And even when I was off, my mind was still stuck in work mode. Like, I was literally burnt out hard as fuck. And it happened more than once, right? And that's when I realized, bro, I'm fucking building a castle, right? And I'm setting everything that's inside on fire. Everything. I'm burning it all up. For what? Right? And it led me to believe that the myth of the provider, right? The myth that the man, as long as he's providing, as long as he's bringing home the bacon, as long as he's doing that, then that's good enough. And that's it. Right? And that's a fucking myth. And I proved it, right? You see, I thought that providing was enough. It wasn't until I realized that I was bankrupt in every area except my bank account. Like, I was killing it at work, but my relationship sucked. I was killing it at work, but my physique was horrible. I was killing it at work, but my passions were non-existent. I was killing it at work, but my spirituality, it wasn't even there. Like, providing is part of the job, but not the whole damn job. And that's where I had it wrong. And so many of us, dog, so many of us, and I know this because I look back on my life and I talk with my peers and I talk with men who are thriving, we think that if just because we're providing that it's enough. But it's not, right? That's what leads to being a one-dimensional douchebag. And I was that guy, right? And when you're a one-dimensional douchebag, everything else falls apart except that one area that you're working on. And that's not what a wide open warrior is all about. A wide open warrior is about being a multi-dimensional fucking warrior. A man who kills it at work, a man who kills it with his relationship, a man who kills it with his mind, a man who kills it with his physique, a man who kills it with his spirituality, a man who kills it with his passions, a man who kills it in every single area of life, because it is possible. You see, you can earn six figures and still have a fucking failing marriage. You can earn six figures and still have poor health. You can earn six figures and have zero connection with your family and with your friends. You're not a man just because you pay the bills, right? And that's what society wants you to think. Oh, just because you pay the bills, then it's good enough. You don't have to do anything else. Fuck that. That's how you become a fucking pussy. You're a man when you show up in every damn room that fucking matters to you. In every area. Not just because you provide the bacon or you provide the cash. You could be a douchebag, you could be a dick that you don't have to be around, that you don't got to take care of yourself. Bro, fuck that. And everyone who's like that, get the fuck out of my way. You see, the collapse of a one-dimensional lifestyle is what's killing families. It's what's killing men's life, right? The symptoms, right? You get burnout, you have resentment, you get the disconnection, you build mental fog, you build the anxiety, right? And then you look at yourself and like, oh, what the fuck? I'm providing, right? I'm providing, and that should be enough. But it's not, right? Because society programs us to think that just because you provide, it means that you could have all the areas to shit. But that is a fucking pussy. A true man or a true warrior takes care of everything that matters in her life, in his life. And her life too, if she's a wide open warrior, right? When you only feed one area of your life, every other area starves. And eventually you will starve too. You see, your body starts breaking down. Your wife stops talking to you. Your faith feels hollow. Your joy disappears. The anxiety builds. Everything starts falling apart, and you start looking at yourself like, oh, I can just throw more money at it. Oh, I can just throw more money at it. Oh, I can just throw more money. And then you become this disconnected ass prick that thinks that just because he has a lot of money, expects for everything to go good in his life, but that is not the reality. Everything will go good in your life when you put intentional work into those areas, right? And so if you're making good money, good. You better start fucking working on your relationships. You better start working on your health. You better start working on your mind. You better start working on your spirituality. You better start working on being a multi-dimensional warrior. That is what will take things to the next level, my friend. You see, when one part of your life gets all the attention, the rest, they start planning their funeral. That's what happened to me. I was so focused on just giving everything I had to this one area of life, then everything else fell apart. And what happens is that you don't see it right away because you're making good money, you're making this. You think that just by throwing money at problems, you can solve it. And a lot of times, throwing money at problems can temporarily solve the situation, but it won't create full fulfillment in your life. It won't give the life the love and support that she needs. It won't give your body. You like, what are you gonna do? Fucking throw money to implant muscles in your shit? No, that shit doesn't work like that. And that's actually why I like working out so much, because when you see someone's fit, when you see a man who's fucking in shape, you know that he's been putting in the fucking work. You see, the rise of the multi-dimensional warrior is all about being intentional with every area of life that matters. Intentional living across all key areas: your mind, your body, your spirit, your relationships, your passions, in addition to providing financially for your family. Like daily non-negotiables, things that will get you ahead in life, things that for me, in this point of life, have helped me leave the bad habits, the bad thinking, the bad areas, the bad acting, the bad shit that has brought me to the lowest point of my life. And now I don't do anymore. And now, doing these things right now is what has helped me level up to where I didn't even think was possible. Oh, because I wake up early every day. I fucking write down my thoughts. Instead of fucking scrolling through social media, now I go straight to journaling. And then I go and do some meditation. And then I go and have some spiritual connection. I do prayer time, right? And then I go get my fitness done, right? Then I make sure I get the family time. And yes, even though I might not do it every day or sometimes every week, I still make time to go ride and enjoy my passions, right? Like the things that mean the most to you need to become non-negotiables, my brother. And if for you, you have other areas in your life, then put them in there too and make sure that you're intentionally hitting them. It isn't about balance. It's about alignment and priority. And sometimes you will have imbalance, right? But if you're not willing to analyze, to see what's going on, to see what's working, to see what's not, to see, holy shit, I haven't gave my wife fucking some attention this week. Oh my God, I need to fucking plan this date night. Oh, what the fuck? I haven't hit the gym, right? It's been 2 days, or it's been 1 day, or it's been, maybe for you it's been a week, maybe for you it's been a month, maybe for you, you're fucking over and you're like, yo, you see, in my area of my life, I'm 39, right? And I've been working till over 40. And so a lot of my peers were in the same boat, hitting 40. And I keep putting this fucking thought in all their minds: how are you gonna look when you're 40, right? How are you gonna look going into this next decade of your life? How are you gonna feel, right? And they're all like, yo, I need to get my shit together. I'm not going into 40 like this. And I was like, all right, well, good. Well, what steps are you gonna put into play in order to make sure that when you turn 40, your mindset, your body, your spiritual connection, your relationship, they're all on fucking fire? It doesn't happen just by magically throwing money at it. It happens by you being intentional and putting time into the areas that matter most to you. You see, a wide open warrior doesn't chase balance. He builds momentum in every direction that matters to him. And so, if your wife really matters to you, then fucking put some time into her. If your health and feeling good and feeling strong and feeling powerful really matters to you, then go work and put some fucking grinding into your exercise, into your routines, right? If you want to have a clear mind, if you want to be focused, if you want to be driven, right? Then put some time into the things that matter most to you. It's all about being intentional with the things that you want from your life. It's not just going to happen by being a one-dimensional douchebag. You got to be able to be a multi-dimensional warrior. That is how you create the life you want. That is how you level up. That is how you leave the life that no longer serves you and create the life that will bring the things that you want the most in your life. And so that brings me to a very important question that I wanted to ask you. Which area of your life have you been neglecting while chasing success? Right? Like, have you been neglecting your body? Have you been neglecting your spirituality? Have you been neglecting your wife? Have you been neglecting your kids? Have you been neglecting maybe your work? Have you been neglecting your passions? Have you been neglecting yourself? And my challenge for you is this week, I want you to carve out some time, even if it's an hour, even if it's fucking 30 minutes. I hope it's more than that, but carve out some fucking time to address this neglected area in your life. And journal, pray, go lift, take your wife on a date, go ride, do whatever it needs to happen. But notice the shift that will happen right after it. By being intentional with the areas that matter most in your life. Because my brother, you weren't built to be one-dimensional. You weren't built to be a douchebag. You weren't built to play small. You weren't built to say, oh, I wish I would have done that. Fuck that. You were built to be powerful in every single pillar of your life that matters. So it's time you start acting like it, my friend. Stop talking about it and start being about it. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to play the shit out of the cards that we're dealt with. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is all about living wide open and helping others level up. It's the mission that God has tasked us with. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. If today's message hit home, and it's time to contribute to this fucking growth of this mission, my brother. Send this podcast episode to another brother. Send this podcast episode to another motorhead, to another gearhead, to another man who's on the same mission as we are, because leveling up is non-negotiable. And the future version of you, your family, your peers, everyone who matters in your life, they're all counting on you, my brother. And it's time to get to fucking work. I'll catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live wide open, my friend.